Well, welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. This week we're going to talk about roundabouts. I know everybody's confused about a roundabout. We were coming back from Eufaula, Alabama this week and got into a roundabout and noticed that the people in front of us just stopped going into the roundabout. Nobody in it, they just stopped. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. So first off, roundabouts in the United States, they're counterclockwise, which means you go in, go counterclockwise, you take a right hand going in, you take a right hand turn coming out. There is no left hand turns in a roundabout. If you make one, it's a serious problem. I had, Kathy wasn't with me, but I had an incident here a while back to where had one enter to the left and was coming in head on toward me. You got to work at it to go in there to the left. So I'm really not sure what they were thinking. But anyway, in the United States, you go into the right. You go into the right, you merge into traffic if traffic is in there, and then you take a right going out. So just keep that in mind. When you go into a roundabout, usually there's a triangle concrete barrier to keep you from doing the left hand. You have to go right, and they're always turned to the right into them. So when you get in there, you just keep going around counterclockwise until you get to the road that you want it to part on. When you get to that road, do everybody a favor, turn on your turn signal, let them know that you're going to be turning, you're going to be departing the roundabout. It helps with the people that's trying to get into the roundabout, especially the ones that are coming in on the road that you're turning out on. It just lets them notice, so if there's a space there and you're going to create a space, they know that they can go ahead and merge in. So it just helps to be courteous and give the turn signal. I've been guilty of not doing it, and it's easy. With Kathy helping me do the navigation, and then you hear the GPS talking to you, and you get all caught up in it, and you forget to do the turn signal. But it really helps out if you can remember to do the turn signal, because I appreciate it when people do it for me. It just lets me know they're going to exit, and I can kind of jump in their spot, especially if it's congested. So think about doing the turn signal. There's always signs before you get to a roundabout, and some of them are triangle, some of them are square, but they always show you arrows in a counterclockwise direction, so you know it's a roundabout coming up, and most of them even say roundabout. But the arrows are in a counterclockwise direction, so when you get into those, just know that you go counterclockwise. And I keep stressing that because the one that got me head on, I have no idea what they were thinking, but it is counterclockwise, so make sure that's what you're doing. When you get there, if there's any pedestrians, where I live there's rarely a pedestrian at one of them, but I know like in Cherokee, North Carolina, there's pedestrians in that one sometimes. Just know that pedestrians do have the right of way, just like in any other intersection. So if there's a pedestrian, you have to give them the right of way. Other than that, you just yield going into the traffic pattern. Find you a spot, jump in there. No, you do not have to stop. In fact, you won't see a stop sign, not that I know of. You won't see a stop sign at a roundabout. They all have yield signs, and that's the way they're designed. They want you to yield going in and keep the traffic moving. They don't want the traffic stopping. That's the whole purpose of a roundabout. So find your place, jump in, keep going around. You find where you want to get out, turn the turn signal on, let everybody know what your intentions are, and jump off. Let's see what else. Oh, while you're in the roundabout, most of them that I go through, pretty much anywhere, unless it's a big city, are single lane. So you won't have multiple lanes in them. But there are some that have multiple lanes. If you run into one, the signs before you go into the roundabout will actually have a little map like you see on your GPS, and it'll tell you what lane to be in depending on what road you want to exit on. So get in that lane, stay in that lane until you get to where you're going to get out. Don't be in there switching lanes back and forth. Get in the lane you belong in. Get out on that lane when you get to the desired exit. Switching lanes does nothing but cause problems. So when you're in the roundabout and you let's say you missed your exit. Don't panic. It's a roundabout. It's a circle. Just make another circle around. Get out on your exit the next time you come around. If you miss it a second time, quit talking, quit doing whatever you're doing and pay attention, but go around again. Get out where you're wanting to go. It's not a big deal. Don't panic. Don't slam the brakes on. Don't do stupid stuff and crazy stuff and cause a wreck. Just make the circle, come back around. It's not a big deal. Large trucks and trailers like ours that we're pulling around, they're very long. I'm 51 feet truck and trailer. Most of your big rigs are anywhere between 50 feet and 70 feet. Some of them maybe a little longer than that, but that's typically where you're going to be. So you'll notice on a roundabout on the inside that there is like a half a lane there on the left side. I call it the fudge lane. That is for us and the big trucks. When you're making that circle, sometimes the back of the trailer, the tires will actually get up in that area just a little bit. And they knew that when they built them, and that's why that's there. I say all this to say this. If you're a motorcycle or one of the little smart cars, don't try to pass us in that lane. That is the dumbest thing I've seen people do. You're gonna get smashed. So just keep in mind and be aware that there are those people out there when you're in those lanes going around and you think everything's fine and you're looking your exit to the right. The impatient people might try to pass you on the left. Again, that is stupid. That is one of the dumbest things I've seen people do, but I've seen them do it. So just look out for those people. I didn't really want to talk about roundabouts this week, but going through the one this last week and the guy stopping going into a roundabout, and I was just thinking, man, somebody really needs to put it out there how to do a roundabout, because apparently there's people that just don't know. I don't think it's on any driver's test that I know of, because roundabouts in the United States are relatively a new thing, especially in smaller cities and counties. So I guess not having the experience is causing some of this confusion. So this is your public service announcement. Hope this helps somebody. Pass this along, help get the word out. If you're not currently subscribed to our channel, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you will hit the like button, it would really help us out, because it lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing, and it gets them to put it out to more people. Share it if you will. I guess that's about all I got for this week. Tune in next week. We'll talk about something else. If I've missed something, put it in the comments below. If you'd like for me to talk about this more in depth, I will. There is a lot more to talk about, but I'm just hitting the basics for people, so the ones that don't know now have a knowledge. The ones that do, like me, maybe I should use my turn signal more often. But anyway, till next week, we'll keep this short. We'll see you a little later. Make each day count 365 and continue the journey. We'll see you a little bit later. Bye-bye.